Nature, things, creatures, all creatures of the earth and sky. It's hymn number 203, all creatures of the earth and sky. Got it?
Hymn 361 in the great hymnal. morning. Welcome to the Community Church of Chapel Hill, Unitarian Universalist. I'm Ellie Valverde, a member of the Worship Associate Ministry. Welcome to this all-ages worship service. I especially want to welcome any visitors or newcomers to our church and to call your attention to the special note for you, welcome guests and newcomers, on the back side of your order of service. I would also like to welcome those of you attending online. Lyrics to hymns and all elements of the service may be found on the screen, and a complete order of service, including this week's announcements, is available via the link in the Sunday morning email and on the church's website. Our in-person Sunday social is held immediately following service. Please turn off or silence any cell phones during our service to maintain a worshipful experience. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you arrived at this beloved place, you are welcome here. This morning we will have Within These Walls. I'd like to invite Ernie Wilkes to tell us about the sanctuary.
Good morning. Okay, my name is Ernie Wilkes, but I'm going to come back to introductions in a minute because we have to start with an inconvenient truth within these walls. See what I did there? Come on. Okay. Above us over here in this general direction is a 20-year-old air handler. Right over here in this direction is another gigantic 20-year-old air handler. And both of these beloved antiques are sitting on a roofing membrane that has expressed some interest in becoming an indoor water feature. I know many of you here remember when this sanctuary was renovated. It probably seems like yesterday. It was not. So I'm just going to have to get straight to business here. If you've ever wondered why it feels a little funny in here or like a walk-in freezer, it's because these particular units are not just quietly asking for retirement. These jokers turned in their badge, they cleared out their desk, they stopped returning email, and they're heading to the parking lot. And so we have an unavoidable construction project. It's here. It's not beautiful. It's not interesting. Heck, you won't even be able to see it from where you're sitting, essentially. And we have a dash of schedule pressure with, an impending North Carolina summer. So the scope of this project generally would include 2 new units, a new roof, and other architectural, electrical, and mechanical upgrades. These are not, they're maintenance items. These are not upgrades. These are not nice to haves. These are a must do. Now, I know nothing says spiritual momentum like new ductwork, but the good news is there's not a sign-up sheet going around today to help us install, okay? But the serious part is we do need your help. We need your money. We need your money to procure engineering documents, HVAC units, roofing materials, and labor. Now, back to the introduction part, and how did I get this glorious, wondrous job up here today, right? My name is Ernie Wilkes. I'm a construction manager by trade, and I'm going to manage this project on behalf of the church. I'm 45 years old. I grew up in construction. I started building houses with my dad. And to be honest with you, I really prefer to be behind the scenes, but I'm up here today to put a face to an upcoming capital campaign. I've managed almost $2 billion worth of construction for companies like Owens Corning, GlaxoSmithKline, and Merck Pharmaceutical. This summer, I'll have completed the largest case-critical project Merck Pharmaceuticals history. I flew to Newark, New Jersey over 200 times in the last year. You gotta love something to do that, right? So we're gonna get the job done. It's construction. I love it. I live for it. My wife is tired of hearing about the intricacies of concrete. The other side is I'm also invested in this church. I joined as a single person. Reverend Thom married my wife and I. Our children have been dedicated here. Strangers in this congregation brought food to our house when I timed up a back surgery and a new baby perfectly. So I'm not going anywhere. And I've been quietly working on our projects here for many years. The big addition in the back, on budget, under budget, and ridiculously behind schedule. The parking lot resurface, on budget, on schedule, had some really cool environmental upgrades incorporated into that project. And then the sanctuary paint, under budget, ahead of schedule. Now, not promising perfection, that would be a fool's errand in today's market. But I am promising to be involved until the completion. I'll gladly give my time in return for your financial generosity. Now, from where you're sitting, this is going to seem like a big project. It's going to seem technically challenging, and it is. But the leadership of this project is up for the task. Along with support from Bonnie, Brad, Andrew, the various committees we have at this church, we can absolutely, unequivocally execute this work with a high degree of certainty. But we can't do it without your help. You're the last puzzle piece. So, I know the timing is bad. The timing is never going to be good to lose a beloved HVAC unit, especially twins, right? I get it. But the people before us sacrificed so we could sit here today under a roof that until recently pretty much worked. But now it's our turn. Yes, it's roofing. Yes, it's heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Yes, it's mechanical and electrical systems. No, it is not exciting at all. I mean, do you know how much easier it would be to stand up here and try to sell you all a new coffee bar made out of reclaimed wood? You know, you'd be throwing $100 bills at me before I got off the stage, you know? So I know no one's going to walk through that door and say, man, that air condition really changed my spiritual life. But here's what will happen. We'll fix the microphone. The roof won't leak. The sanctuary won't feel like a sauna in August or a freezer in January, or vice versa. The ministry will not be interrupted by preventable failures, and all of us are not going to be forced into emergency decisions that are going to cost a whole lot more later. We've done the assessments. We understand the scope. We have financial controls in place. We have contingency planning. We are not guessing. But we need your wallets as the last piece of the puzzle so that we can continue to do what we do within these walls. So if you see me staring up at the ceiling later during Reverend Thom's speech, I'm not daydreaming, I'm not paying attention, I'm calculating. Thank you.
Please stand in body or in spirit for our opening hymn, For the Beauty of the Earth. It's number 21 in the gray hymnal. Let us sing together. These words come from Unitarian Universalist minister Margaret Kite. As surely as we belong to the universe, we belong together. We join here to transcend the isolated self, to reconnect, to know ourselves to be at home, here on earth, under the stars, and linked with each other. This morning, we celebrate Earth Day by looking at the earth from a different perspective. What do we learn when we see ourselves from space, from the moon, from the starry skies? What do we learn about our connectedness? What do we learn about our responsibility? Come, let us learn. Come, let us celebrate. Come, let us worship together. Please join me in saying the words as we light the chalice. The words are printed in your order of service. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the loving heart. This is the church of the helping hands.
Thank you, Tobin. And it is a wonderful coincidence that Tobin's piece would be Clair de Lune, which means moonlight, and the service that we've planned out is talking about the journey to the moon and back. And those parts were actually not coordinated together, but are just a wonderful synchronicity. So earlier this month, NASA launched the Artemis II mission, sending 4 astronauts to orbit the moon and returning them safely to Earth. Their journey around the moon and back took a little over 9 days. I wonder how many people here followed the news of the Artemis II mission. That's more, I didn't, so I actually had to have Marion and Kat teach me a little bit about it. How many people have ever gone out and looked up at the moon at night? Oh, a lot. I've done that. And so just imagine for a moment sending 4 people in a space vessel all the way up to circle around it and come back. And for young people, and this is the first time in my life that I've ever seen or got to experience a moon journey. The astronauts' names are Reed Weissman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen. They were respectively the oldest person, the first African American, the first woman, and the first Canadian to travel around the moon. Together, they traveled farther away from the Earth than any human beings have ever traveled before. 250,000 miles from the Earth. So much is amazing about space travel. The science and engineering and math and computer programming to launch someone into space, how do you even begin to think about that? And the science, engineering, math, and computer programming to bring someone back safely. Now that's even doubly or 10 times as impressive. But there's something else that is amazing too. The change that happens inside an astronaut who travels into space is also amazing. Astronauts, when they come back, they tell us about their experience, and from that experience, we know that astronauts undergo a spiritual change, a change in their understanding of what it means to be human, a change in their understanding of the Earth, and a change in their understanding of other people and beings. People who've experienced, or people who've studied the experiences of astronauts call this change the overview effect. Say that with me, the overview effect. The overview effect. And the effect is like having a view over, or a view of the whole, of being able to see the entire planet at once. I want us all to think about the farthest we've ever been able to see or been able to look. Perhaps you've stood in a big field and you've been able to see as far as the trees. Or maybe you have climbed to the top of the mountain and you're able to see a few miles into the distance. Or maybe you've flown on an airplane and looked out the windows and you can look down and see entire fields, entire lakes. But when an astronaut looks at the Earth from space, they can see the whole planet in one view, the entire planet in one view. So here is what astronaut Christina Cook, who was on the Artemis II mission, here is what she had to say about seeing the Earth from space. She talks about looking at the Earth through a cupola in the International Space Station. A cupola is basically like a big window, a large observation window in space. And she says, the overview effect is when you're looking through the cupola and you see the Earth as it exists with the whole universe in the background. You see the thin blue line of the atmosphere, and what you realize is that every single person that you know is sustained and inside that thin blue line. And everything outside of it is completely inhospitable. You don't see, she actually calls it, it appears blue from one side during the daytime, and if you look at it from the back side, it actually looks green at night. So that thin green or blue light. And then she says, you don't see borders, you don't see religious lines, you don't see political boundaries, all you see is earth. And you see that we are way more alike than we are different. Experiencing the overview effect causes feelings of appreciation, awe, a sense of beauty, and a change in your sense of self. It brings a feeling of being deeply connected to everyone on the earth and to the earth itself. Another thing that changes for the astronauts is their sense of feeling a part of a team. As Captain Reed Weissman put it, we left as friends, but we came back as best friends. The Artemis II mission was amazing scientifically, but it was also amazing in that human sense. It was so beautiful seeing these 4 astronauts work together, live together, even hug and cry. They were so beautifully human, floating through space. One particularly beautiful moment came when the astronauts surprised their captain by asking to name a crater on the moon after his wife Carol, who had passed away. And together they all shared tears together and an embrace. So the Artemis II mission can teach us about how to be together in community, in cooperation, in love, and in affection. We're going to sing 2 more hymns in this service, but the one we're going to sing at the end is a favorite called Blue Boat Home. And as I saw the images of the astronauts floating through space, some of the words of Blue Boat Home came to me. The words, drifting here with my ship's companions. So you can imagine the astronauts sailing through space, and you can imagine them drifting there with their ship's companions. But from their perspective, looking down upon the earth, looking at the earth, and seeing the earth all in one view, they saw all of us drifting here with our ship's companions, just as we are every single day from that perspective. But that's not the hymn we're going to sing next. The hymn we're going to sing next is actually the only hymn in our hymnal, and maybe the only hymn in any hymnal, that talks about astronauts. It's written from the perspective of an astronaut. It's called For the Earth Forever Turning, and it's a hymn that mentions all the beautiful things on earth and all the beautiful people. And then it says in the last verse, if you get ready for it, it says that we are returning home to the blue-green hills of earth. So as you sing it, I want you to imagine it from the perspective of the astronauts as they return to the earth. And I invite you to rise in body or in spirit and join in singing number 163. I knew it was there somewhere. For the Earth Forever Turning.
I want you all to close your eyes and imagine the earth. What does it look like? Is it a flat circle? Can you see it floating in pitch black space? Does it look like a big blue and green marble?
You can open your eyes. If you've ever seen this photo, this may have been what you were picturing. This image of Earth was captured in 1968 during the Apollo 8 mission. It changed everything. Seeing the Earth from space had a profound effect for astronauts and humans on Earth alike. But astronauts reported an overwhelming sense of awe, unity, and love for our planet. A shift so profound it got its own name, which we just heard Reverend Thom talk about, the overview effect.
In Unitarian Universalism, we talk about love being at the center. And when you listen to astronauts, love is at the center of their experience too.
Artemis II pilot Victor Glover sent this message from space. He said, "Trust us. You look amazing. You look beautiful down there."
NC State grad Christina Cook, also on the Artemis, said, "We will always choose Earth. We will always choose each other. This mission is getting right to the heart of our shared humanity."
And a space shuttle astronaut, Mae Jemison, once said, "When you look at the Earth from space, you realize that our planet is beautiful and an interconnected system. We are all in this together."
Although we are all in this together, most of us will never get to go to space. But we can experience the profound awe right here on Earth and the awe that comes from witnessing the Earth.
That's true. I love when you see the sun rise for just a few seconds before you can't look at it anymore. Whenever I go to the beach, I try to wake up early so that I can experience just those few seconds of awe before I have to spend the rest of the day not looking at that beautiful thing that is too bright.
It sounds like you love sunrises. I wrote that on this heart-shaped sticky note. I love redbud trees, especially in the spring. Their pink blossoms are so, well, pink. And I love pink. They show up almost before anything else, and it's like they're saying, spring is finally here. And then after the blossoms leave, then the leaves come out, and the leaves of redbud trees are heart-shaped, and that's really cool too.
It sounds like you love redbud trees. I wrote this, redbuds, on this sticky note.
You know, it feels good to be listened to. It's almost as good as redbuds and sunrises. It makes me feel loved to be heard and seen.
That's so true. Awe can be a love letter. In order for awe to transform us collectively, we have to notice it the first time, share it the second time, and have it witnessed the third time.
That gives me an idea. Let's make our own overview of the earth with love at the center.
Yes, I love that idea. A collection of all the ways that we love the earth.
Small interconnected parts that make a big, beautiful whole picture in the same way that each of us individually comes together to make a community.
So if you're ready to join us, will the person on the center of the aisle reach underneath them for a basket with blue and green heart-shaped sticky notes? Take one pencil and then also one sticky note and then pass it down the row. Once you have one sticky note, you can put it on your hymnal, and that will keep the sticky, and it will also give you a place to write. And then you're going to turn to someone you are sitting near and share a moment you felt awe for the earth.
It could be something that you saw, like an aurora borealis,
Or heard like an unusual bird song.
or smelled like rain,
Or tasted like a fresh-picked strawberry.
or felt like moonlight on your skin.
If you felt love in that moment, tell your sharing partner about it for about 2 minutes. Sharing partners, your job is to listen and then write down 1 or 2 words or draw a picture about your sharing partner's sense of awe. And you'll put that on the sticky note, and then after 2 minutes, we'll switch. So everybody will get a chance to share and to listen.
For this, but just in general, because I've had the big traumatic experiences, but also the small ones.
What was a runner-up for you?
Oh, all of Yellowstone, especially also Canyon, also Arcadia National Park, Cadillac Island. I mean, not Desert Island, Cadillac Island.
What about you? My other big one was the aurora borealis, which shows sunrises because they're more accessible. You know, we all see the sun. We don't all get to see the aurora borealis. And watching it, it was like the earth went in and had that sea that was like rise and fall. What is that?
Also eclipse. I think it's just, okay. Now it's time for you to switch.
Their chicken chowder. And then Fleeton. It's like the,
Well, what about the eclipse?
yeah, I have loved seeing the eclipse.
It's also really eerie.
But the fact that awe is such an unusual feeling and such an interesting, like, for me, awe and love are like totally hand in hand. Like, as soon as I feel awe, I'm like, I love that thing the most in the whole world. Which is interesting to like have love be like such a strong response to it. It's not the only way that love like arrives. Sometimes love arrives like really slowly, but awe is like an express ticket to love. That's good. We should talk about that. It's like they need like 30 more seconds.
There are even people who know each other really well who are doing it. Friends. Love is always at the center. Kat and I were just talking about how sharing our experience of awe with each other filled our hearts with love. And love is followed with gratitude and listening, and that's love too. And when we feel awe and gratitude and listen to it, it fills our hearts. And when our hearts are full, our love comes out in care. When we want to get better about caring for the earth, we start by doing what we just did now. We notice our awe, we're full of gratitude, we share with each other, and from that comes more caring and more helping, and we keep practicing.
Thank you for sharing your love notes for the earth. We're going to pass the baskets back down the aisle, and you can put your pencils back in, and then you have two choices for your sticky notes. If you want to take your sticky note over to Sunday Social and put it into our overview of the earth, you can do that directly. If you would rather put your sticky note back into the basket, then we will bring it over and place it in the overview for you. So there are two ways for your sticky note of love to travel to our overview with two U's. Do whatever makes your heart happy.
Freely we have received gifts that minister to our needs of body and spirit. Gladly we bring to our church and its wide concerns a portion of this bounty. If you wish to donate online, there is a QR code on the back of the order of service, and there is information on the church's website. We will now receive the morning offering.
But
Thank you, Taryn, and thank you to the Chalice Choir. Each week in our service, we hold a time for the sharing of significant joys and sorrows. If you've come this morning with either a significant personal joy or a significant sorrow, you're invited to come forward to place a stone in the water bowl, say your name into the microphone, and briefly share your joy or your sorrow. As we share this morning, we are mindful that we gather as a community of all ages, and so let our sharing be appropriate for such a community.
Hi, my name is Essie, and today is my 15th birthday. That's it.
"42 long weeks." I am so grateful for our community because I don't think we would have gotten through the last year without you all, so thank you.
Last weekend, we got to see my brother because he was at college, and that was really nice.
Yeah, we visited him in Oberlin, and we also got our first goal in soccer yesterday, and our first shutout goalie.
My name is Judy Lechner. I want to thank Tobin for the fortuitous event of him playing Claire de Lune, because it's my husband Norbert's favorite piece of music, and it's his 82nd birthday today.
Good morning. My name is Kate, and I have two immense joys. Yesterday, I got to see David Sedaris live. And the other joy is that after the show, he was signing books and chatting with audience members. And so I got to meet him, and he said that I was entertaining, which just flattered me beyond belief. So.
And so for your joys and sorrows, let's put a stone in the water. All right.
My joy is that I lost my first wobbly tooth. My joy is that I want to ride my bike. I started to ride my bike on Easter.
Hi, I'm Amy. I just have a quick joy to share. So I work as a professor now that I'm done with grad school, of course, but my position renews every year. It's not tenure track, and uncertainty is scary. So a lot of you may know that I've been fretful. Well, my contract got renewed, so I'm going to be here for another year at least, working a job that I really love with people I really love. So I'm really happy, and I just wanted to share that.
Hi, I'm Melisande. I was dropping a stone for everyone impacted by the events at Carborough High School. And while that was a very scary and traumatic event, I think it's been beautiful to see the way community members and especially parents are supporting each other, and to see how students and community members tried to keep people safe in that moment.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth Powell, and I'm placing this stone of concern for my childhood friend, Dinah Henderson, who's been diagnosed with breast cancer, and so she's undergoing surgery tomorrow to remove a cancerous mass. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. Thanks.
My name's Carlo, and my Aunt Emily's having a baby.
Hello, my name is Kim. I'm not overly attached to this pillow. I just walked out the door after shoulder replacement without my brace on and grabbed this. I would like to share a joy today that's a little bizarre. I had next month a niece, a nephew, and my son who are all graduating from college. I got a call this week that my son has decided he will not be graduating in May, and that he is prioritizing his mental health, and he has found a solution because he was so stressed out just to delay it to the fall semester, and he's also picking up the tab. So I am very joyful.
I'm happy.
Okay. Yay.
We're going to sing our final hymn of the morning. As promised, it's going to be Blue Boat Home, number 1064. And so as we sing, we can imagine those 4 astronauts circling the moon with their ship's companions, but we can also look around at each of us here in this room, imagine each of us in our communities, each of us on this globe, and sing with the realization that we are each other's ship's companions. Let us rise in body or in spirit as we sing our closing hymn together.
words for extinguishing the chalice are in your order of service. Please join me in reading them. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Let us thank all those who contributed to making the service worshipful this morning. Please join us in singing Shalom. The words are in your order of service. As you are comfortable, please either hold hands with the person next to you or cross your arms over your heart.